Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is Sunday, and I figured I would go ahead and try to get my video recorded tonight. The lighting's a little different because I don't have my window open in front of me, which I usually try to have open so that I get some sunlight. So the lighting's a little bit better, but it is what it is. And I'm fuzzy, so I'm going to try to see if I can do something about my focus. I will be right back. I don't know if this is any better. It doesn't look like it. I cannot figure out why it's out of focus. I don't know. Maybe if I move around, it'll refocus or something. Okay, so I'm going to do normal where I tell you guys about my solds first, and then I'll show you guys a couple things that I picked up this weekend in an auction, and that should be about it. Again, this week, earlier in the week when I did that video about the Facebook groups, my sales seemed like they were on track to be really well, do really well again, but it slowed down, of course, the second half of the week. So, anyway, I had a normal amount of sales. I think I had 9 sales, and again, none of them were anything to scream about. So they're just standard average sales, but I will go through them now. The first thing to sell was 2 Waylon and Willie cassettes, and they were from 1978. I'll post photos like I usually do. I got these in an auction lot. They were like excess stuff I've already sold. If you guys have been watching the videos, I've sold a couple of cassettes that were new and that already took care of that lot. So anyway, these 2 Waylon and Willie cassettes were used, sold for $5.99, and with shipping they were $10.12. The next item that sold was something that came in that one of those stupid restock boxes. One of the few items that I thought, well, I can list it and see what happens, if it's something that will sell. And I've had it listed for a couple months, and it sold. It was a Moon brand toddler bike helmet, and it was orange and black, very lightweight. It sold for $9.99, and with shipping, it was $19.18. So at least that's something from those restock boxes. That lower box you see back there on the bottom, that brown one right there that I'm pointing at, is full of the restock stuff that I didn't donate or get rid of. And there's not, I don't know, there's just not much in there that's worth listing. It's just all off-brand, random stuff. If you guys saw those videos, you saw what I got, and it was nothing was really anything to scream about. So I guess I'm lucky this helmet sold. Anyway, the next item that sold was a Starbucks mug, and I picked this up for, I think it was $1. It might have been $2. I went to a thrift store that I hadn't been to before. It's White Dove, and they support the Hospice of the Valley in Arizona, and so all the funds from everything that sells in that thrift store goes to fund that organization, and they don't charge the families for any of the hospice care that they provide. There's no charge for the hospice people that come to the house once a week. I know this because we had them for the care when my father was in hospice here at the house. So anyway, it's a good organization, and I didn't mind paying up a little bit. I only picked up a few things when I went there. So anyway, this was one of them, and I think I paid $1 or $2 for this mug, and it sold for $13.99, and the shipping was with shipping it was $25.68. So that was a decent sale for a $2 mug at most. Anyway, okay, the next item is something that I've had listed for a long time. This was a Princess Anna coronation dress that I purchased for my granddaughter years ago when we went to Frozen on Ice. She wanted a dress as Anna, and I found this dress online, I think on Amazon, and I ordered it, and I was really surprised at how well it was made. It had a liner in it. It was very well made. It was too big for her, so I took up the shoulders and I took in the inseam or the side seams a little bit, but I hand stitched with wide stitches so that it could be let out if she wanted to wear it again when she got bigger. She had no interest in taking it with them when they moved to Nebraska, so I went ahead and listed it, and it sold for $12.99, and with shipping it was $23.77. I was very specific in the listing too, and I showed photos of the stitches that I had put in so that the person purchasing it would know that they could let it out if they needed to, but it was a cute dress. Really for some, most costume type things that you order on Amazon or really any website, you get it and they're kind of junky, and this was really well made. I can't remember what brand it was, but it was well made. If I find the brand name, I'll put it up here in the corner in case anybody's looking for costumes. And because again, this was really well made, and she really liked it. So my granddaughter. The next item I sold, and I think I told you guys this probably would sell fairly quick, is the vintage brass elephant with the trunk up in the air. It's for good luck. Anyway, it sold, and it sold for $7.99. They don't sell for a lot, these little brass things, but they do sell. And so it sold for $7.99 and $17.55 with shipping. This was something that was in that auction lot with that Renaissance clothing type book, that one that was a bolo that I told you guys about. Anyway, this was one of the random things that were in that tote. Tote was paid for a long time, with that book, with the sale of both of those books. There were two books in there, the William Randolph Hearst and that medieval fashion sewing seamstress, whatever it was, book that was the bolo. And this was one of the things that was in the bottom. So it was just extra. Didn't sell for a lot, but still, it's just profit. The next item I sold was Time Bandits. It was a Blu-ray by Terry Gilliam. This is an awesome movie. Anyway, it sold for $6.99, and with shipping it was $11.06. I think I got an offer on it. I can't remember for sure, but so that was all right. Next item I sold was a pair of Jack Skellington Disney Nightmare Before Christmas slippers, and I had to guess on the size from measuring the slippers, size 7 to a 9. They were cloth. I don't know. I'll show you guys a picture of them. These were worn by my granddaughter several times. I'd thrown them in the washing machine at least 2 times. The little tabs were still on the bottom. The non-skid things were still on the bottom of the slippers, and the word Disney was still on the bottom of the slippers. So they weren't worn out by any means. Very cozy. If they had fit me, I would have kept them, but they were just a little bit too small. So anyway, I sold those. I got an offer on these. I think I had them listed for $5, and they sent me an offer for $3.99. So they sold for $3.99, and with shipping it was $9.95. And I need to remove those from Poshmark because I just realized those were cross-listed, and I don't think I did. I'm going to pause this so I don't forget to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, that's taken care of. Sorry. I make notes for myself if I cross-list items, and in the SKU thing where you can put in where I put in what box things are stored in, and I also add in there if it's been cross-listed, and these were, and I totally spaced when I sold them on eBay. So it's good that I have those notes in there because it's in bold on my screen so I see it. The next item I sold was U-Haul sofa cover. They were clear storage bags for sofas, and the person bought 2 of them. I had 3. I got these in an auction lot months ago. With a couple of other things, my tape gun that I wanted that was also in that auction lot, and I can't remember what else. But anyway, these 2 couch sofa covers sold for $11.98, and they were $21.53 with shipping. The last sale I had was a set of 4 Princess House Pavilion 3-inch nesting cups. And there's a little story behind these. I had these listed with some larger ones that all nested inside each other, and I kept getting lowballed on that lot of bowls, nesting dishes, whatever you want to call them. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm just going to split them up and put the 4 small ones together and the 3 larger ones, because most of the other listings, it's just the 3 larger ones that nest inside each other. And the smaller ones aren't usually with those. So I went ahead and split up the group of bowls, and these 4 smaller ones sold. One of them had a ton of crazing, but they sold for $10, and with shipping it was $18.22. So the other 3 are still listed, the larger ones, and I'm priced a little bit below everybody else with my shipping because I give my customers my discount. So, they'll sell at some point. And yeah, the lowballing though was irritating me, because I know what these are worth. And so when I split them up, when the other ones sell, I'll make more than I would have selling them together. So it'll work out, better in the end. Anyway, that is it for my sales. I am going to pause this for a second so I can show you guys a couple of things that I picked up at an auction. It was a last minute one that I wasn't even really, like, there's certain auction houses that I go to when on the website on HiBid, that I look at because I'm used to buying from them or bidding on their items. And this was a new one. I hadn't seen the name before. If I had, I just blew past it because they were auctioning off things I wasn't interested in, And so anyway, this time they happened to have a few things that I was interested in, and so I picked up two different items. Well, I picked up some books too, some children's books, because there were some Dr. Seuss in there, and I figured it would just be something else that I can put in my store. And some of the Dr. Seuss do decent, if they're in good shape. So, but the books I didn't pay that much for, so not too concerned about making my money back on those. Anyway, I'm going to pause this and grab the dishes so I can show you guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to show you the big one first because I don't want to drop it. This is a Wedgwood vegetable bowl, and it's got scroll handles and gold trim. This pattern is discontinued, and it's California is the name of it. Anyway, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. It says Wedgwood on there. California. It's trying to focus. The best I can determine on this dish is that it's worth at least $100. I did so much research, and there aren't any of these listed identical to this one. Not that I could find anyway. So anyway, I can't remember what I started this at. I'm going to double check. I went way over. I started it at $189, and it's already gotten some views, so people are looking at it. And I know I'm overpriced. Why not start high, and then I can always drop the price if I need to. But this thing is in mint condition. Not a single chip, not a single crack, nothing. So it's very, very nice. I'm going to pause again so I can grab the other one without twisting. My cat is trying to, I don't know what he's doing back there. He's going to get his little feet pinched. Ah, there we go. Well, that was fun. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. He's back up there. I don't know what he has a fascination with bubble wrap for some reason. I catch him every once in a while. I'll have a little piece that I cut off of something or comes off of something, and if it's on the floor or he happens to notice it, he runs around playing with it. I have toys for him in here. He does not play with the toys. He plays with weird pieces of paper and bubble wrap pieces that he happens to get a hold of. So whatever. He's crazy. Anyway, at least he's not cleaning his butt in this video like he was in one of the previous ones. That was fun. Okay, so this next bowl. Oh, by the way, I only paid $16 for that dish, that vegetable dish. 16 bucks. So I will be very excited if it sells for even over 100. I'll be woohoo, you know. This is a Roseville pottery, and it's the bushberry. Um, it's called bushberry. Is this pattern? There are two little tiny chips on this side of it, which I did not see, and you can't really see them here. Maybe I'll post a photo of it up in the corner, so that you guys can see. There's two little tiny chips that I did not see, but they're so small, they're barely noticeable. I don't know if it's going to make a difference or not. I overpaid for this. It is little, but these sell for around $50. So anywhere from 45 to over 50. I think there's a couple very, very similar or identical to this one listed right now for around 50. So I listed mine for 47.95, and my shipping is lower than everybody else's. So we'll see, but I paid 16 for this one too. So I overpaid for this. I should not have paid any more than $10 for this, and actually probably not even that much, but I really wanted this. So I just thought it was really cute. There's some other pieces. They don't make these anymore, obviously. We'll see what happens. I hope that these two little tiny chips don't dissuade anyone from making an offer, at least. So those are the two things that I got. I'm really excited about that Wedgwood. So we'll see what happens with that. I can't remember. I think there was something else I was going to tell you guys, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So I guess it wasn't that important. I don't know. Oh, if you have heard any thunder or rain sounds, it's because I have the television on with the YouTube video playing in the background, because I was avoiding hearing noises from the kitchen. So, people saying things. Anyway, so if you've heard any rain sounds or thunder, that's why. Because it's not raining here. Although it is supposed to start tomorrow, and I think we're going to have rain off and on through Wednesday. I'm not positive. I need to check again, but it's not like it really matters. I have some things that are shipping tomorrow, but I scheduled a pickup, so we'll see how that goes, because the last time I put stuff out to be picked up, the mailman left everything. We had a substitute. Anytime we have a substitute, they don't pick up the packages. They just leave them. And I even put notes on, like because I don't, if I only have a couple of items, I'll schedule a pickup. If I have more than like 4 or 5 boxes, or if they're big, I'll take them in myself to the post office. But if it's just small, like a small amount of things, I'll go ahead and schedule a pickup. And so I don't want to overwhelm the mailman, and mail person, whatever. We don't really ever have women, but every once in a while, anytime we have a substitute, they just ignore, because I put everything in a grocery bag, one of those plastic grocery bags, and I'll stick a note on a neon colored sticky that says USPS, please take these, and I write a thank you at the bottom, and I clip it to the mailbox that's on the front of the house, where they have to actually put the mail in. So it's not like they're missing the note. It's right there, bright neon green sticky, and USPS written on it. And our mailman always takes them. And there's another substitute that will take them, but there's one or two other substitutes that just leave them hanging there, and I guess they don't care, because it's not their regular route, and they don't have to give a crap. I don't know what their problem is, but whatever. Anyway, so I've got some things that have to get shipped tomorrow, and I'm hoping that they pick them up. If they don't, then I will have to drive my happy ass to the post office. Mondays are horrible, so I'm trying to avoid that, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I hope you guys have, if I think of whatever it was I was trying to remember, I'll add something at the end of this. Okay, I remembered what it was. I had a sale on Poshmark. They never happen, or rarely, so I forgot. It was a Boyd's Bear, Prissy, Sissy, and Missy Fixin' Tea for 3 figurine. Sold for $13. I made 10, and glad to have it out of here. I still have several of the Boyd's Bears figurines. I still have all of the plush bears. Probably going to end up throwing all of the stuff in a box, take a photo, and just offer it up as a lot to get rid of them, because they are just taking up space at this point, and they're just not worth it. Don't buy them unless you want to collect them. Then buy them. But if you want to try and sell them, don't even bother. I haven't found any that, I mean, maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't seen any that are worth a lot of money, you know? So, it's not like some things like Wedgwood. There's a lot of Wedgwood out there that just isn't worth anything. And then there's some pieces that can be worth a ton of money. So these are not like that. Not that I've found anyway. So just pass the Boyd's Bears by if you happen to see them. Anyway, that is it for my video. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.